Welcome back to my channel. Today we're working on look number 3 using the Plush Purples Believe Beauty eyeshadow palette. I'm digging this palette. I'm actually really loving this palette, and I challenged myself to do as many looks with this palette as possible, and I'm going to be using the rest of the Believe Beauty products as well. So as always, we always want to prime our eyelids first, and now we're going to be taking our Believe Beauty Plush Purples palette, and just look how beautiful those purple shades are. Now, of course, I'm taking my favorite purple out of the palette, and I'm going to be picking this shade up on a pencil brush. So we're going to start working that in the inner corner here, and I'm going to really pack that on the inner corner, outer corner, and I'm going to start fading it into the crease. And to help with that, we're just going to do some patting motions in our crease, not to get too much product at first, because I really want the concentration to be in the inner and outer corner of the eye. And once again, I'm referencing where I'm holding my brush. The further back you hold your brush towards the end, you're going to have loose control. That's mainly for like blending. And if you hold your brush in the middle, you're going to have total control, so a heavy hand for packing, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to continue to pack the shade. These are so beautiful and pigmented. Now these two here, the lightest shades in the palette, they're powdery, but honestly, you know, and they're pretty sheer, to be honest. Like, you have to really pack them on. So I took those against the crease line, and then now I'm back with the pencil brush with the main purple shade on it, and I'm just going to lightly buff, and I mean lightly buff, against that crease line to help blend it out further, not to add any more shade there. We're using the NYX Single Eyeshadow in Pure Skin, one of my favorite highlight shades to use. It's just skin tone, and I'm just applying that to the brow bone, and I'm blending down. So we're going to pick up more of the sheer shades that I mentioned, and we're going to buff those against the crease line. We're also going to take our pencil brush with whatever purple's left on it and buff that as well, and taking the same pencil brush and applying that to the lower lash line. Now this is actually intended for a crease brush, but I find that I just use it best as like a pencil kind of brush. Next up, we're using the LaColors Ice Pigment, and this one is in foiled, and you want to give that bottom a good spanking and knock some of the product out of it, and we are going to apply that to the center of our lid. Now for the center of the lid, I picked a different shade other than the palette, just because I really wanted to do purple and silver today, so that's what I did. And we're just going to pack that on, and then we're going to get some on our brush and spritz it with some setting spray and foil that as well. We're going to blend down the silver with the purple, blend down those silver edges, and yes, our eyeshadow look is almost complete. We're going to tightline like always. And you guys, if you have not tried Believe Beauty, you definitely need to get your butt to the Dollar General and try Believe Beauty, because nothing's over $5, and this stuff's pretty good. All the stuff that I've tried anyways, really impressed with. Now this is their Midnight in Paris eyeliner. Loving that eyeliner. The mascara I wasn't a fan of at first, but this is the fiber mascara that they have. You have to apply a coat, let it dry for like 10 seconds, apply another coat, let it dry, apply another coat. I figured the girl out, and I'm really liking that mascara now. And this is their Satin Crush Lipstick in Soft Rose. It's the lightest shade in their line, but these are so creamy and pigmented, and they last a really long time on the lips. Now this is the Believe Beauty Bronzer Highlighter Blush Trio. really liking this as well. Look how quickly that bronzer blends out into the skin. Adding a little bit of color back to my face. I love it. Blend that out with the Kabuki. Now, these are powdery. I was showing that in the pan there. The blush, I think, is absolutely beautiful, and I want more blushes from them, as well as the highlight. Pigmented, nice, easy to blend out, and last all day long. This is the light medium one. Now this is their Golden Peach highlight, and I really love this highlight. The only thing that I can say that I don't like is the peach is pretty pigmented in it, like, if that makes sense. Like, it needed more shimmery goodness. It's a beautiful highlight, but it almost has too much pigment for fair skin. I hope that made sense. So I told myself that we're going to start incorporating this e.l.f. eye transformer in a lot of the looks, and I've used it in all the looks I've done with this palette here so far, and it's just a white, blue, purple like duochrome, and I add that to the inner corner. So we're using our Longwear Hard Candy setting spray and using my awesome fan to help that dry down. And here is the finished look. Easy halo eyes using the Believe Beauty Plush purples. Hope you guys are enjoying these tutorials. I have a few more planned. I even made a list of all the looks that I thought that I could come up with using this palette. So I hope you guys will stay tuned to watch the rest of the makeup looks I come up with. Thank you always for watching. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. And thank you guys always for watching. And check the description box for additional links and product list.